Hi everyone, welcome to this video. This is going to be a quick guided meditation to clear any lower vibrational energies, anxiety, fear, worry, anything that you want to sort of release and let go. I'm doing this sort of as a special video, of course, on election day here in America. It also happens to be the last day that Mercury is retrograde. Keep in mind that there is a post-shadow period of about 2 weeks. I'm going to start some meditation music. This is not original music. It is from a Spotify playlist, so I will link to the video down below when I post this video over to YouTube, okay? So we're going to do a little release work, and then we're also going to do some focus on our chakras. I just lit a candle to bring in higher vibrational energy for all of us, to bring in happiness, joy, justice, trust, confidence, strength, any of those high vibrational energies that you want to bring more of into your life. And again, we're going to do some release work in the beginning, okay? So let me start the music. Okay, hopefully y'all can hear that. All right, so let's get started. I do have some crystals that I'm working with as well. I'm working with selenite as well as labradorite. All right, so you can start with your eyes open. I want everyone to just focus on their breath for now. Breathing, taking nice, big, deep breaths in and long exhales out. And on your third breath, you may close your eyes. Now, with your eyes closed, we're going to do a full body scan, just checking in with how our body feels, how your mind feels, not for the purposes of judgment, just to sort of check in and notice and be aware of anything in the body, in the mind, and the spirit. So from head to toe, we're going to do a full body scan, scanning that down now through your head, the top of the head to the neck, down to your shoulders and your arms, your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms, and down to your wrists, hands, and fingertips. Down through the chest now into the belly area. If you're seated, down to your seat. Even if you're not seated, if you're walking, if you're laying down, if you're doing other things, just checking in with the hip area, the buttocks, the top of the legs, the thighs. Scan down to your knees. I feel like joints tend to hold a lot of tension, so make sure you check in with your joints. You can roll things out. You don't have to, be a statue. Down through your shins, your ankles, your feet, and finally your toes. Remember to keep focusing on the breath. If there is noise around you, if there are other distractions that keep coming up, just continue to focus on the breath and drown out anything which may serve as a distraction. Both a distraction in the physical, in the 3D, but also we're getting at, distractions that detract from your inner core, your inner essence, your inner being, allowing all of that to just fall away and dissipate. And as we continue to focus on the breath, I would like you to think about and gather any and all feelings, thoughts, emotions, perhaps past events, past relationships, past situationships, past work things, anything that you would now like like to release and let go, gather all of those things in front of you in a cloud or a bubble. Just place everything into this cloud or this bubble that you want to let go. We're going to spend a little time doing this. You can release things for yourself personally. You can extend this out to your networks, your family, your friends, maybe there's a situation at work that's particularly tense. Maybe you're tense or anxious about the national or global environment right now. Gather that up too. You can place as much as you want into this cloud or this bubble. It is infinite. It can expand as infinite as you need it to. And once you've gathered all of those things, you may not be done yet, so if not, keep going with the exercise. You can do this when you're ready, when you feel called. But once you have all those things in your bubble or in your cloud, you're going to let it go. See this cloud floating away and disappearing now, dissipating into a million different particles scattering to the wind, relinquishing it to the fire energy of the sun to be burned away. Or if you place it in a balloon, you can now pop that balloon. And again, just witness everything, all of your fears, anxieties, worries, anger, sadness, regret. Perhaps, some of you are dealing with mental anxiety or depression, emotional right now. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Give it up to God. I like saying that. Give it up to God. Removing anything that lurks within the subconscious space or energy. Allowing more space and room for the higher vibrational energies that we are about to call in, into anything it is that you are trying to create and to manifest into your life. Those things of a higher vibrational nature. More love, more abundance, more joy. Again, I am calling in more justice. My dog is getting in on this too. All right, and now that we've done the release work, let's focus on aligning and promoting all of our chakras. Now, this time we're going to work in the reverse direction. And so we're going to start with the root or the base chakra. Again, for those of you who are seated, you can imagine that that chakra is connecting you now to the ground, typically reflected by the color red. The root chakra is responsible for our grounding. And so I think especially in these times, it's uber important that we maintain our connection to the earth element and to, again, our inner essence of being grounded, of feeling supported, okay? Oftentimes the root chakra can be affected or damaged by trauma, whether in this lifetime or another. We sometimes carry the trauma of our ancestors in this root chakra, and so we're just going to focus on, again, healing and strengthening and promoting and aligning the root, the base chakra. Imagine and visualize an environment in which you feel supported. Imagine that you are a seed in fertile soil. What do you need to survive and, in fact, to thrive? Perhaps water, perhaps sun, food, comfort, community. Imagine all of those things are available to you now. You may not feel that way, but imagine, visualize that that is the case now. Put yourself in that place of having a fully supported and protected and connected root chakra. Again, reflected by the color red. At the sort of base of your spine or at the seat, okay? And now we're going to move up to the sacral chakra, reflected by the color orange. Perfect fall color, right? And the sacral chakra is responsible for the inner child. And so maybe, perhaps especially with this most recent Mercury retrograde cycle, maybe some, past inner childhood wounds have come up. What is it that you needed as a child that perhaps you were not provided with? And can you give that to yourself now in this moment? What would you say to that inner child of yours? What is a piece of advice that you would give to that inner child? Perhaps affirm that for yourself right now, either silently or out loud. Again, focusing on healing and promoting and aligning the sacral chakra. This chakra tends to store a lot of our sexual energy. How can you utilize that sexual, and I'll say even creative power to your benefit? How can you tap into it now and use it for your highest good and indeed for the good of everyone? And we're going to move now to the solar plexus, the seat and source of creativity. Perhaps if there are problems that you are facing in your life, maybe there are potentially creative ways to think about possible solutions, thinking outside of the box, so to speak. How can you tap into your creative power? I neglected to mention the solar plexus is reflected by the color yellow, the color of the sun. And so I always think of the highest heights of happiness and joy when connecting with this chakra. Moving up now through to the heart chakra, reflected by the color green. Can you expand the heart center and its energy? And if so, what does that look like? What does it mean to you to be able to both give and to receive more love, the abundance of love into your life? What does that look and feel like for you? Imagine and visualize that now, and expand the heart space. Focus on that heart chakra opening up and again aligning to your highest self and good. And we'll now move to the throat chakra, reflected by the color blue. Of course, the throat rules communication, okay? And so with Mercury retrograde ending today, it is the perfect time to focus on aligning this chakra as well as all the others that we've gone over, but this chakra in particular. What are some things now that perhaps you need to affirm or express for yourself or for others? And go ahead and tell those things to yourself now. Or if it is something that you need to communicate to someone else, you may visualize that person's energy with you now and express it to them now. You can say it out loud. You can sort of, again, say it to yourself and visualize it. Visualize yourself or visualize another person or energy receiving the message. And again, as with all the other chakras, just imagining this throat chakra opening and aligning to its fullest and highest possible potential for you in this moment in time. And now moving up through to the third eye chakra. We're almost done, y'all. Visualizing your third eye, your inner sight, your inner knowing, your inner knowledge, opening and expanding, connecting more deeply with the core of yourself and your being, and most importantly, with your intuition. And not just connecting with it, but also knowing that you can rely and trust your intuition. You can rely upon and you may trust your intuition. It is safe for you to trust. It is safe for you to acknowledge. It is safe for you to express and know and receive, again, love. Strong emphasis here on the heart chakra in this meditation. And finally, we'll close out with our crown chakra. Many people visualize this chakra as actually being above the head, about a foot above the head. Of course, this being your highest chakra, it is the closest to the 5D space, and of course, the closest to your highest self and being. And so opening up yourself to your highest self, your highest form of thinking, highest forms of expression, of learning, of understanding, of expressing compassion and love, aligning yourself with your highest purpose and calling. I'm just going to spend a few extra moments giving this chakra some love, the crown chakra. And while we're here, take a moment as well to thank your highest self, body, mind, and spirit for just showing up, for being here, for taking this time to give yourself this gift of grounding and of love. And now we'll start to return to ourselves and to our environment. Return back to the body. Return back to noticing and picking up on any of the senses surrounding you or anything in your environment. Perhaps any ancillary or outside noise that you've tuned out. Tune back into the present situation and environment. Tune back into your 3D reality. coming back into the body now. For some of you, you may want to close with a second body scan. Perhaps you'll want to observe or notice if anything sort of feels different on this body scan as opposed to the first. Do you feel lighter, freer, less burdened? I hope so. And in your own time, of course, you may already have, but you can flutter the eyes back open, rejoining your sight of sense into this 3D environment. Before I close out this video, I wanted to share a poem that I read earlier today. This poem is actually from a guidebook in a tarot deck that I use called Tarot of the Orishas. And this morning I was pulling some cards, and I always connect with the Orisha, with the goddess Oshun. And so I wanted to offer this poem, or what they call a prayer to Oshun, as the closing to this session. It says, "Your trail of light is golden as the gold that belongs to you. Release your crystalline purity, Orisha of the fresh water. Do not let any fog muddle my deepest desire, that of securing true, secure, eternal, and everlasting love. You are present in the waterfalls that are in themselves sacred. Therefore, extinguish any feeling if I should suffer. I will not shed..." Oh man, I'm sorry about that. I had a call come in and I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Let me start over. Your trail of light is golden as the gold that belongs to you. Release your crystalline purity, Orisha of the fresh water. Do not let any fog muddle my deepest desire, that of securing true, secure, eternal, and everlasting love. You are present in the waterfalls that are in themselves sacred. Therefore, extinguish any feeling if I should suffer. I will not shed any tears for those who do not respond to my love. I will not feel sorrow for anyone who by lying fails to respect me, because you will not allow me to be betrayed by coldness, envy, or jealousy. You are sweet and protective, soft and smart, feminine and seductive. O Mother Oshun, give me your ashe, give me your strength, give me the alchemy as the most sublime nectar that I shall know how to respect and worship. Honey carries your secret, which I shall know how to use. I see. Ashe. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for who joined this video. I know that my eyes were closed throughout much of it, so I apologize for perhaps not noticing when you joined and if you commented. I will try and save this video and post it over again to YouTube as well as to IGTV for anyone who would like to come back to this or revisit it or share it. Thank you everyone so much who joined this live and for sharing in this moment. I hope that it brought you a sense of grounding, of peace, and of calm, especially in these particularly uncertain and turbulent times. It is my fervent wish that, especially here in America where I do live, that this will be the first day on a new path forward. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I think that everyone who is watching this video knows exactly what I mean by that, without needing to be explicit. If you'd like to donate to show your support or appreciation for this video, that is very much appreciated. On YouTube, the donation methods and links are all listed down below. And on Instagram, there's a story available in my highlights that says donations and tips. So thank you again so much, everyone, and take care. Bye.